Well, this is Broken Sword, and I'm Zach Sawinski. I'm the producer, production designer.
I'm Andrew Fudge, and I'm just producing.
The story's about two men, two samurai warriors in the 16th century, apprentices that are, they're good friends, and then in one act of betrayal, they're both set in a rivalry together that lasts 5 years, and then it all culminates with a battle that, ends up with only one of them being able to walk away with their life.
Project.
Zach was originally on board, and he brought me on board to help with the producer jobs. There's a few things I really like with the project. The first one I really like the concept of just doing a samurai movie. I have to be honest, that alone, it has a lot of draw. But with that is, as Zach pointed out to me when he was bringing me on board, was, that this has never been done at VFS. And, he pretty much convinced me on a large part on that, doing something that no one has done before. The classes before us have done a bunch of stuff, and Zach was saying he really wanted to do something to continue that chain of doing something new and pushing the boundaries here at VFS, and I realized that I really agree with him, and that it's a really good goal, and it's got a good story. And I think it's got a good story, and it's got a good everything else that's needed to do that.
Perfect. And Zach?
Well, it's just like what he said. You had the two classes ahead of us. You had the first VFS feature class before us. You had Elsewhere. You had 12 kids on set, first time that's ever been done. Now we're going to do stunts, the first time stunts has ever been done. Like Andrew said, that was my main thing, was keeping that line going, like doing something else that nobody's ever seen from this school, something that'll raise the bar for students in the future to want to make better films.
We're looking for $12,500, and most of that will be going towards art department and set production design, costumes, props, it's just things to fit the period piece and make it look really good and really establish the look we're going for. With that too is the fact we're doing stunts, which are crazy expensive. Stunt coordinator and all the safety requirements and stuff, a lot of the money's going towards that.
It's a perfect combination. Like, you have a production designer, producer. You're controlling where the money goes, so like you're going to be tight on budget with your production design, like making sure that you have what's needed for the right price. So that's definitely a factor I'm bringing in. I love old samurai movies. Like I've been borrowing a lot from The Last Samurai. Definitely like a lot of Kurosawa movies, like Seven Samurai, Rashomon. Like I've been studying those heavily to make sure I get the right kind of era right. Like, please donate. We could definitely use it.
That's what we need. That's what we're asking for. Please.
I'm Pat McElhaney. I wrote this story and am directing it.
I'm Brandon Arkstein, and I am co-directing it.
I've always been a huge fan of Kurosawa films. I love the samurai stories, the Asian influence. I think growing up, we've all kind of wanted to do a Western movie, but going to film school and learning about the stories and everything and how to develop a story, it was just a natural transition. It just felt like this is a story that needs to be told. It's just a perfect medium. The classical storytelling with unique characters in a beautiful location. And being here in Vancouver and coming from the States, it was just the perfect place to do it. It has such a rich Asian culture out here, and just being a huge fan of this type of cinema, it was just natural. It was one of those movies that had to be made, and it was just like, how's this not been done here before? And
it's a samurai movie. how many times in your life will you be able to make a samurai movie? Like this is an opportunity of a lifetime. It's definitely yeah, building for a director, especially. Like we're dealing with stunts, and we haven't been able to do stunts before, so that's definitely, it's upping the ante and upping the prep work, and yeah, you can really let your imagination fly and, you know, construct a really good movie. So that's, I definitely wanted to be on this project because of it. As of right now, it's funding definitely is a big one, right? Being able to work for longer periods of time and getting all the shots off and trying to organize how to do the shots to make the most use of our time. That would be the biggest one for me.
And what about you, Pat?
Just getting that perfect story. I think we've done a good job with the broad strokes, but it's diving into each character and getting you passionate about it, feeling for the bad guy and wanting the good guy to succeed so bad that you're feeling for him, and also just getting this to be as historically accurate as possible, and part of that comes with funding. We have an all-star lineup of VFS celebrities. I couldn't ask for a better crew. The entire production is amazing. It's a dream come true. It's an all-star film of VFS.
Yeah, roll out smooth.
Yeah.
Roll out smooth. I think it'll be amazing for me, but I think it's even a bigger hurdle for you, being like the writer creator, seeing your work come up, eh?
Yeah, it's I'm excited, but it's, I mean, we've just passed the first milestone, but the work is just beginning. For me, I can't quit until it's done. I know Brand's in the same boat, and it's just like, it's just the closer we get, the more it's putting the hammer down, the more it's digging in deep, the more it's pushing hard with the late nights, because you're getting closer to that fruition. And a guy that went to business school in Iowa that worked for the government and was a photographer a year ago on the opposite side of the United States. It's cool to see it start to come together, and I've been really blessed, and I'm blessed to have this guy.
I didn't go to business school in Iowa.
What?
I thought you knew that.
Stop the tape.
Do you see how close we're sitting right now? We're like gonna be joined at the hip.
These chairs are almost one chair.
Yeah, it's a little creepy, but I'm getting used to it. I like it. Definitely, like, you know, joined minds. Always talking, always going through everything. No one person makes the decision. Kind of, yeah, deal with everything, deal with the problems as they come flying at us, and succeed, power through, destroy.
Pat?
I'm looking forward to it. I think Brandon and I have very similar personalities, but we can come at problems as they arise from different points of view. We both are steadfast in our vision, but we're also, as things arise, we can stay away from our tunnel vision and tackle these head on and come to great conclusions and push this film to different levels, higher levels.
Help us in any way possible. If you have ideas, thoughts, feelings, you know, donate. Like it'd be great. It would help us out to create this vision.
Yeah, dollars are good, pennies are good. Everything in between is awesome. Every little bit helps. It's all going to be put on screen too. We're going to do our best.
I'm Vignesh Rajagopalan. I'm the co-DOP.
I'm Chris Fuller. I'm the other co-DOP.
Yeah, it is a new thing to do, and you know, when I spoke to Pat about the story, and he was like, "We're doing a samurai movie." It's like, "Ah, great!" And then working with Chris, I was like, okay, I've worked with him, and we have our own chemistry, and we are like understanding each other, and even when there's a situation, it's like both of us think in the same way. So I don't think it creates anything like a problem or something, but it's really smooth for us to work together. What do you think, Chris?
Yeah, we worked together on our first project here at PFS. I was the director of photography and he was the director, and yeah, we communicated really well together on the ideas we had for the shots and the lighting situations for that project. So I think it's going to be, I think it's going to work out pretty well. Director of photography is not just responsible for camera, but also the placement of lights and the I guess you could say the strength of the illumination. You know, have one part be brighter than another part so that it helps emphasize certain subjects within the frame. What else would you say?
Yeah, I would probably say, but you know, creating pictures, like beautiful pictures which are properly lit, because in daily life we don't notice what's the lighting of our room or how well is our room lit, but when we are watching it on the screen, we want it to be properly lit, and when the audience are watching something on the screen, they want it to be beautiful, right? So that's what we do as DOPs. So we are creating these pictures that are really well lit and the way it's shot. So we are the ones helping the director achieving that. I feel when Pat spoke about like making a samurai movie, I was always I'm a big fan of Kurosawa. I've literally grown up watching his movies like Yojimbo, Sanjuro, and I've always wanted to make a movie. So we are going to do what Sergio Leone did for the samurai movies. He wanted to remake them, but he couldn't. So that was the beginning of Western. So he borrowed from the styles of the Japanese samurai movies and added his own flavors to it. So that's what I think we'll be doing. We are going to borrow the style and we are going to add our own flavors to it. Sharing the passion. I would say it's like playing in the beach, like when you're a kid. You don't take all the toys. There are other kids bringing in the toys, and suddenly the kid says that, "What do we build a castle?" And then you all get so pumped about what you're going to do, right? So it's the same thing. Like all the crew members are like really passionate about these old classic movies, Kurosawa or Leone or Polanski. So we are all on the same page, and after coming to film school, what I have seen is all that we speak about is movies, and it's like even when there is nothing to speak, it's again going to be like we need to watch this movie. So that's like the passion that brings us together. I don't know anything other than movies. You know, if you ask me about Chris, I'll be like, oh, he was a photographer. These are the movies that he likes. You know.
I think part of it too is part of what gets me excited is the challenge of it. Growing up with movies, especially action movies, it just looks, a lot of the time, it looks so effortless, it looks so seamless, and then, being here at PFS now for almost 7 months, kind of starting to realize what it actually takes to make something look that smooth and effortless. And instead of being daunted by it, it really excites me. It's just like, well, let's figure out how I can make this look the way that I have it in my mind.
Yeah, every penny counts, and whatever small help that you can do, spread the words. Give us whatever you can, $5, $10, $1,000, $10,000. I don't mind. So yeah, it all counts. It'll really help us, and I'm sure there are Kurosawa fans out there. You'll not be disappointed in the if you fund this project. It's a homage to him, and we are all passionate about it.
Yeah. Yeah, every bit counts.
My name is Mark Anthony Hogan, and I am the first AD on Broken Sword. Basically, I make sure that the director and DOP work together cohesively so we can get the shots we want and be on time. Basically, I'll just be there for some morale and support, be like, hey guys, your team, let's work together, let's bang this out. And then I think that having like a co-director, co-DOP kind of shoot will actually be very beneficial. Touching up on all my anime / anything Asian, Kurosawa, just brushing up on all of that. Like, oh, I have so many ideas now to edit this. Maybe just pull some Christopher Nolan, put some scenes there and there, you know? Yeah, it's kind of intimidating. I'd like to get my first aid, just to be like, oh, okay, there's more than one person on set that's first aid, but yeah, just talk to some coordinators, be like, hey, I'm our first AD, let me know if you need anything.
Right.
They support Broken Sword, and we're awesome.
Broken Sword!
Broken sword! Broken sword!